Let's see, we got a bit more Hexarchy. This one is a custom map on the new beta patch. You can find the patch notes in the official Discord server. As we have a 1v1 game with actually no bots because we got a custom game going because, yeah, it does feel a bit weird to go onto ranked competitive in the beta. Like, yeah, you can do it, and the last two games I played both did it. I think I got a little bit of bad luck both those games, and it definitely took away a couple of rating points as there's actually like two really good spawns here. Like there's these triple food tiles on the left in order to get a settler turn 1, and then there's this spot which I think is higher value long term for Persepolis. I guess I'm gonna have to commit one way or the other. Fishing, writing, and opening hand. I think this is a need to get mining and woodworking going. Woodworking, there we are. Working, lumber mill, go. Burn you, hold on to you, get this mine going early so I can do the Persia thing late game. I didn't necessarily find the food source, so not holding on to settler, getting a chance at fishing and harbor is the play here. Specifically holding on to the firewood for next turn because this is the one card in your deck that you can both burn and then still mulligan your hand. So this is effectively drawing an extra card next turn while still getting the burn properties on it. Well, the two cards in your deck, actually, because the starting deck has two copies of Firewood going in it. There's both Settler and Animal Husbandry. There's a slight chance if I find Satrap. But no money working it. Satrap would be perfect here, but I guess it's not happening. The one unit I'm going to be able to build this turn is Settler. Best chance I have is to go for the harbor and pray that I get food. Got almost there. Not quite. Okay, I'm going to have to pay for the Settler the old-fashioned way. Can we burn anything else? You know, I don't see any good spots for the mine aside from this, but if I burn all three of these, which is viable, I can get this. I can get Agrarian Society started, but that's it. 1, 2, that goes into Granary, which would actually be really nice. Yeah, if I don't see any strategic resources, this is going to be a painful game without any of these. Oh, I already built a building in there this turn. Agriculture, I need 2 more hammers in order to get the chance. I can burn 2 more things. Unlikely, though. Yikes. Actually, Satrap onto... I did burn the mine, but Satrap... Oh, I misclicked! No! Oh. Alright, GG's. It was fun, guys. Sailing off into the sunset because I misclicked the forest. I was hoping to get the Satrap onto the forest and then put another lumber mill down there, and then Persepolis could get absolutely massive and justify its existence. So here, just claim this way so I can use Satraps to get these spaces out here. This is another good spot for a Settler to work with. Settler Mobilize is actually really cheap this turn. Yeah, Settler Mobilize is, I think, the single best thing I can do right now. Get the other Settler out to here, saves a couple rounds of Satrap. I burned the mine, so this isn't happening. I need a bunch of money in order to draw more cards. Granary, like I mentioned, is going to get Persepolis nice and big, as I actually want to play more cards and I want to draw more cards. I'm getting to draw more cards here and here. These cities are going to be doing virtually nothing but building economy. Can this one, going down here, can you actually put it here? If I burn the mine, this is going to hurt this city's ability to grow, but if I put either a farm here or satrap the pigs and get a pasture there, then it will become suddenly an amazing city with effectively getting a free hammer to replace the mine. This isn't the worst start in the world because I can play aggressively with the horses and the iron, but like, I'm not convinced there is going to be an aggressive. This is a rather small map and there's no bots filling it. Given because there's no bots filling it, it means I need to fill it. So the most important spaces on the map right here are this. I need to get Satraps out here. I need to get this space claimed. Actually, the value of the fast food is probably worth more than the long-term hammer, especially when I got this going early. So probably a mistake to put the settler here, even though this is a bit of a Russia moment, because basically Russia is the only civilization that can justify putting a city here without food. Oh, okay. Well, I found the other guy, as there's only 2 of us in this game. So, yikes. My melee units are in masonry. I burnt the archer already. Although, because I'm playing Persia, if I can get triple food onto this space, it'll be fine. Am I going to get access to triple food? That's the real question. Well, there's double food. Where's one more? Oh, harbor. Give me food. Didn't find the food. On to Thankfully, just getting the guarantee on the food is the most valuable thing right now. Do this, burn one more card. I don't think God King is the play right now. Get an Immortal out onto this fresh city, who will never grow without support. Speaking about giving them support, this is a little bit risky. First of all, let's get some money flowing. This would be amazing in like 2 turns, but not this turn. Now I need you to make units. That's the way you're gonna make units. Oh, actually, yeah, if you've got food production, I can actually legitimately make use of that lumber mill. This is more of a defensive play than an offensive one right now, but England's unique longbow unit is going to be a problem. So there's a chance I'm going to have to charge into a longbow. I don't really want to sell the iron, though. So I just hold on to the firewood for a potential redraw in the future. Not going to be this turn, but there's a chance that, like, turn after that, I get lucky with draw the firewood immediately and can use it as a perfect redraw. Yeah, this space is actually going to be able to work the lumber mill due to the farm play. Farm is really underrated in general. So here, with this aggressive placement of Susa, I've like declared where my space on the map is. If I can get like one more city here to block through this choke point, then fill up this with settlers, I'm going to have a major long-term advantage. This is the one space on the entire map that could justify the mine. Them getting horse pasture before I do is actually a really bad situation to be in. I could use hunter-gatherers to get this marble flowing in the future. I specifically do not want to give them iron in case they don't have access to it. I would think that if this is going to come to a fighting game, that having access to Statue of Zeus is going to be incredibly valuable. Oh boy. Hard decisions, hard decisions. I think this hand's a keep, although I'd like to see what else I can work with. Mill's too slow at this point. Masonry is going to reduce upkeep. I don't care about upkeep, I'm Persia. Frankly, the thing I want the most is actually this horse pasture. There's no way that this is going to get a... There's no way that that is going to get a berserker on it immediately, so I'm okay giving that a moment to breathe. Writing library is a good long-term play, but I think the short-term play of lockdown Statue of Zeus is more valuable right now. One food isn't going to get me anything, so it's just money for this one turn in particular. Warehouse. I can get another iron unit if I burn one more thing. I either have to burn Agrarian Society or... Oh... I think this is actually a relatively slow long-term game when you get down to it. So let's satrap here. Hope I get the crabs. I didn't. here, put a winery down. I want to put multiple copies of cultivates down. Can I hold on to anything else? Masonry axeman also would be really nice. I can only charge one of these two, so it's not worth doing it. Masonry axeman. This guy's a scout, honestly. Potentially sets up a flanking maneuver, but practically they're more of a scout than anything else. Okay, they're buying iron. That's why iron's expensive. So I do not want to sell my iron if I could get away with it. Due to the nature of metalworking, when on the turn I research it, I'm not going to be able to do like triple iron turns. That was a mistake. I should have put the axemen onto the pigs in order to block it, but this guy scouting says like, yeah, there's nothing else happening back here. So they also had the same thought about Statue of Zeus. Without Stone Sword, that's not going to be worth it. It's going to be too expensive. This was actually going to be very valuable for economy, but frankly... Well, I burned this. Persipulse is already working all the tiles I want it to. Is farm even worth it? I'm going to eventually get more food sources, so I don't think it is. Settler. Out of Passive Guard. Feels a little bit bad, but like whatever. Get the population back. I want you. I don't care about you growing that quickly. I care about you getting me money. Tusa, go. So, Mortal is going to go through first. I'd love to get this pasture access, but Satrap is in the discard pile. Like one more turn that I can hold on to the iron, and then I'm going to have to like really get rid of it for real. This guy hasn't built a harbor yet, so I hold on to that for next turn. Fishing hut. Honestly, it was a mistake to burn the farm. Oh boy. I will eventually have access to horses, but that day is not this day. Yikes. Like, this is, in fact, a game where I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put a city here, put a city here, here. Like, if I can cover this with cities, I'm winning, but, like, this deck means that I'm getting settlers out really slowly. Too many cards to work with. And I justify burning a card to get the horse out this turn. I think it's going to take too long, even with Satrap, to get these resources, so Fishing Hut, goodbye, buy the horse. Getting the settler one turn early, so I can get the horse next turn. Speaking about getting the horse next turn, pasture is worth more than the harbor, as much as that's painful to say. And then denying iron is going to be more useful than anything else. Because they have the extra food going. I haven't been able to get this pig pasture because of the aggressive placement of Susa. So they're able to get more settlers out than I can right now. I think I have a military advantage because of how expensive iron is. They've had to been buying it. There finally is the pig pasture. Horses are the single most valuable thing I can do right now. I would love a second pig pasture, but I'm not convinced it's worth a shuffle just for that one card. That card plus a mortal, however, that's worth a shuffle. Actually, no, that card plus ironworking swordsman. That's worth a card. That's worth a shuffle. Do I have holy sites to work with? No, I don't have marble to work with either. Long-term play, do I have long-term to work with? I'm not convinced I do. So, don't have long-term to work with. Satrap. Yeah, this space has been claimed by the settler, I guess. Yeah, Hex is owned by someone else. I bet this one also is going to be Hex is owned by someone else. Yes, it does. I burned the fishing hut already. I can't actually get... Oh, here? This gets me access to a potential barracks play forking there. Pass a guard. Immediately put food down both on Susa and on Passagard. Hopefully I can surround them. Oh no, they've got Berserker, so this is like actually problematic. More card draw. Yeah, Immortal. I get another Immortal out because I've got so much iron just built up from not spending it. This gives an opportunity for Liverpool Longbowmen to shoot over the hill, so just double stacking the fresh settler spot. I'm like denying this entire section of the map and the iron I've got working. Just getting all these iron mines out is the play. We just don't have charge in the deck. I know we have charge, I'm just never drawing it at the right times, apparently. Settler and the 2 iron units are so valuable, I might as well just throw them. You know, with the longbow advantage that England has, it's actually going to be really tricky in order to take this place, so I'm actually better off going for Liverpool. Pasture onto food is massive. Cultivate onto food is massive. Winery onto... I've got 10 population, so a second winery gets doubled. Although, frankly, I'd rather have Cultivate again, so... Do I need any of these cards again? Nope. Burn you. Send you. Feels weird. But, like, this is not actually the right spot. Oh, here. That gets me more money. This ends up being like a defensive barrier. I'm not going to have good timing with the superior English ranged units, but... 1, 2, 3. Have I burnt a card this turn? Yes, I have. So this hammers, it's science feudalism. Knight. Need luxuries? I don't. I can sell all of this. Actually, yes. I was very happy getting the extra round there. Own marble. Marble is going to be really tricky to get my hands on. Attack, attack, attack. No catapults. Catapults to play. Catapults, burn 1 more card, and then charge a knight as well. Honestly, it's not worth attacking without access to flanking bonus here. They just like spread out and threaten. What's the 1 more card I can burn? Pyramids is actually going to be really valuable for over here on this marble I missed out on, so get this, burn that. Knight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually putting it out of high mana. Charging this way. That's guaranteed flank bonus. This food, I can put this one here. York is actually the most valuable city that I can see from England right now because it's got these triple pastures going. Only so many longbows can save you. Oh, that happiness flowing for Susa is so nice, actually. Oh, that's why the second longbow didn't have Berserker, because it had Immortal. Good thing I have Iron and Horses. Please tell me the other units went in. Yes. Okay, that might be game win. Assuming I can hold the rest of this off, getting York's resources and territory is going to be massive. Okay, so I think with that I've confirmed that the source of the bug where you're drawing the cheap discounted unit is physically researching the technology feudalism. On this space, Persepolis, do you have a forge? Sure, just get hammer production. That is hammers? No, I don't have a forge yet. No, I do have a forge. Okay, so if I can get a... No, I burned the Colosseum, so it's not worth it. I also burned the... I also burned the temple, so I can't get anything more out of that. So this pyramids is actually going to be huge for getting marble onto the field, which I've been starving for. Mobilize for settlers. Is settler in the deck? Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No axemen. Satrap is a victory point every time I do it. Jeweler. I can justify exactly one jeweler this turn because, like, it feels weird benefiting the bug, but, like, I can't really do anything about the fact that I got it. Is there Forge available? Forge is also in the deck. This is not a Rhodes game. Too late for library. I do have the iron to justify it, but I'm spending it on knights rather than spears. Okay, there's a forge. So this forge, I can get 2 units of Saris. So, both an immortal. 2 food. Yikes, I actually can't get Saris back up. Actually, I can. Granary. I do not want to sell the iron under any circumstances. That is like my winning strategy right now. I swear I have charges. I just not finding them. And I can actually afford to put the jeweler down as well. Settler. Mobilize. Go. This guy. Here, actually. The thing I care about most is getting rid of the longbow. So, like, about a charge that's not really valuable. Is there even a charge in the deck? Tactics is in the deck. And I will not have the ability to actually play the tactics. Am I done with pasture? I am. So, oh, I can get Berserker, though. So, what does Berserker benefit? This guy. So, this swordsman can just be threatening. Actually, yeah, just stack units so I don't have to spend charges in the future. That's the reason I've been struggling with charges, is I don't have my second or third charge in tactics and logistics. It feels like I should actually have like a victory point advantage from the sheer amount of space I've got going, but I don't for some reason. That's curious. And I can buy a second iron in order to get a cannon out to harass Bristol. don't think I need mobilize for any more settlers. It's victory points, but they're too expensive victory points, frankly. Am I done with Granary? Has a Granary. Yeah, I'm done with Granary. Forge in York would be nice. Royal Guard is going to have a Royal Guard advantage here. You're immortal. Frankly, double fortify is fine, holding on to York because of how valuable this is. Just another settler for more victory points. Claiming would be nice. Do I even need a workshop? Frankly, yes, I do. This space. Luxuries. I guess more luxuries, because cities are eating them. Might have been a mistake, but hey. Okay, working a ton of extra hammers. Forge in York is like the only other spot that's valuable, but I think that's a bit too aggressive place because Susa can get the same job done. Philosophy Monument, they already got the Parthenon though. Hereditary Rule, 1, 2. I am actually in Royal Guard range here. 1, 2, 3. But I still want to find, see if I can get into gunpowder if possible. Doesn't help me here. Satrap takes tiles. Perfect East India Company location. This is a perfect monument spot if I'm getting marble slowly. Was slowly good enough? That's a real question. Jeweler is too slow. Drawing with hammers now. Vanguard. Okay, now I can start doing cool stuff. So, Immortal, this guy. Attacks last. This guy, this guy. I'd love to get Berserker onto another ranged unit, but I haven't found it yet. Maneuvers doesn't help. Engineering does. How much expensive is that science? It's worth it. Marble isn't. Powder, how expensive is that iron? It's also worth it. Cannon. Berserker. In this case, the Meiji Castle bug messed with me, because I was actually better off getting the knight out for hammers rather than for gold. Oh no, they didn't get the crossbow shots, the longbow shots onto the catapults. That's game defining right there. I'm curious to see if, like, I get the battlefield of all the culture on Bristol or not. I'm like forking both Nottingham and Hastings, so even if I waste the units here, simply threatening both spots while also having the chance to claim Nottingham. Just simply having the ability to threaten both spots while also having the ability to raise, claim is huge for just forcing them to get something good on the field. This cannon preferably gets a charge onto it. this guy preferably gets this. Immortal, just in case. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have done a knight. Knight got the bug, whatever. York can't afford to build anything. Catapults. Stone isn't cheap, but I'm rich. Knight charge. Okay, so I can charge the cannon. I'd love to charge this. Actually, here I can charge this guy there. I'm using the immortal to take that space. I use the bugged knight to super guarantee that the spearman isn't able to get anything done by taking that space. Now I can actually play out the castle to make it legit that the bug is really benefiting me, because that's no longer a bug, it's now intended operation. Does Skirmisher even help anyone? Actually, hilariously, the swordsman on Skirmisher would work wonders. Swordsman out of Bristol. Charge one of those two swordsmen, probably the new one. Satrap gets victory points onto the board. Doesn't really matter at this point where I'm grabbing, so long as it is in fact a grab. Only getting 2 horses per turn, is that enough? I'm not convinced it quite is. Turn this into luxuries to make my cities happy, especially the conquered ones. This is a victory point. This is a victory point. That's a victory point. Very spot that I can get 2 down. Actually, because this is a fresh food that I harvested, I can do the minor market arbitrage of 2 for 3. That's a victory point. Okay. I'm not convinced I'm going to win next turn. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I'm going to need a second turn in order to get a win. Although, here, I want to check to see if it's considered a battlefield that's producing 10 culture. Oh. Oh no. That's massive. Oh, I lost the wonder that got taken with Bristol. Okay. They were able to get enough defensive units out, although this put a bigger hamper on their economy than it did on mine. So I'm okay with the exchange. Fortified did stop the knight from doing anything. Huh. I thought that the ranged charge comes first. That's good to know. I need to be more careful what order I put ranged charges down. But like, yeah, that's game. I'm gonna get these wonders from the claims. Even if it isn't considered this turn. Yeah, because I lost the wonder, they put me down to 96, so this takes it back. Oh, this one tile! England! England and its water tiles. Frankly, just fortified to make it so that no one can do anything cheeky coming out of here. Huh. Okay, it's actually a double-layered bug. Happening with the Himeji Castle. Frankly, if I just do nothing, I win the game, but I need to defend. This hand is actually really bad for defending with. Uh, yeah, this hand's really bad for defending with. I don't need to attack, I just need to not die this turn. It is physically possible to take both York, Bristol, and Saris because there are units sticking out. So like, I'd have to, like, you build a unit in Nottingham, make us one-step attack here. Yeah, I have to actually defend all of those. Because I literally never built. The only library I built, in quotes, was in York, which also has this massive 6-part battlefield. Yeah, I wasn't my library. I was forced to learn things by England. Their colonial knowledge is infecting Persia. Okay, so just defend spaces. I do really like to change the timer a lot. Can I not get another? Oh, I didn't build a forge in Bristol. So it's got to defend here. If I just attack one step here, it's going to make it practically impossible for anyone to get stuff done there. Oh, look at this just tiny little Notre Dame sitting out in the middle of nowhere. Oh wow, I like dropped to 30 frames per second there for a moment. Partially because I'm recording. I'm gonna have to go into the recording from the previous game and show the couldn't build a pasture onto a battlefield moment. That was a fun game from my perspective, so probably going to upload that one, as I wasn't able to upload most of the previous beta games because of a couple of things going wrong. But this one is like 1v1 against Alexander right there, which I think came down to the fact that I got lucky with this iron mine and then read the market, which is the second part of luck, to realize just that they didn't have iron. They were buying it up expensively on the market. See how iron's gotten up to 6 gold cost? By simply not selling my iron, I denied uh, England the ability to build their own iron units to defend with, and I was just overwhelmed them with raw numbers despite never finding a charge that game. And with that, good games, Alexander. That one was fun. I do think I got slightly lucky with this iron source, but like what really sealed the game was Susa expansion, us declaring that I had the larger half of the map, and then not selling the iron when I was tempted to in order to deny the defensive resource. And with that, good game and good night.